Hey guys, it's Jess from Stark Skincare. Welcome to and or back to my channel. If you are new here, I am the owner of a super small little skincare brand. We do a little bit of hair care. I will be delving more into hair care, and for the past year we've been talking a lot about the curly girl method and about hair because I started my own curly / wavy girl journey nearly a year ago, and so it's oft been discussed. I just got back about a week ago from Dallas, Texas, where YouTuber Real Life and Curly Girl, real name Allison, put on a convention. So like it was basically like a massive meetup of like 150 curlies at the Paul Mitchell School, and we discussed all things wavy and curly. There was a panel of speakers, we watched some haircuts being done, and we learned a lot about the curly girl method in such an approachable way, because as you know from one of my previous videos, or you might know, I don't know, unless you're new here, in which case, hi! That the curly girl method has gotten really out of hand with like 10,000 steps and like a million different products and like all these complicated acronyms and whatnot, and it's just really, and a lot of judgment, and so it's leaving a really bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. And for wavies, we tend to be dismissed as like being fake curlies or just like not curly enough or whatever, and so that's pretty annoying because, you know, we do have a type of curly hair. It is not the same as kinky coily hair, that's true, that's totally true, but it is a type of curly hair and it does require its own method. So a lot of it was for curly hair, but I noticed that we were mostly wavies, and probably because Allison herself is a wavy, so I felt like it was more like on that scale, like just probably like 80% of the people there were more wavies. Anyways, I really like that the approach that even like the professionals and the bigger bloggers, YouTubers, and educators, when it comes to the wavy hair curly girl method, everyone's like starting to break a lot of rules, and I am here for it. I love that. So it's really refreshing to realize that there's really no right or wrong way. So Atoya, who is like one of my hair, she's like my hair guru, like seriously, and she actually gave me a trim at the end of the evening. She sort of like helped me with like the back of my head. By the way, my hair is still damp right now, so I haven't scrunched it, which is why it's a little bit like kind of stringy, clumpy. So I haven't scrunched it yet. And you know, she is like the biggest rule breaker. She's like she doesn't have any rules. She doesn't believe in any of the rules. She does use, generally speaking, like CG friendly products, so like a lot of Diva Curl. She also uses AG and AG Naturals, which is like my new favorite brand. I love their stuff. It was from her that I learned about the AG Dry Lift, which is like that, I'm sure I've showed it to you guys before. It's that paste that's like if a hair pomade or balm had a baby with some dry shampoo, created this hybrid thing. It's just amazing for like huge hair. She's all about just having like big wavy hair. So she says, like, some of the information that I retained from her is if you are a wavy, work on curl retention first and then work on volume. So do everything that you can to just maintain like the shape before you start breaking it up and like going for volume. For me, I guess I'm a bit lucky in that sense, is that it just happens at the same time. So like if I'm, you know, applying my products with soaking wet hair and then scrunching and then actually diffusing, I'm gonna have a lot of root volume, like just no matter what. So, so that was like a great tip from her. So it's curl retention first, volume second. She said use a lot more water than you use conditioner. She thinks that Wavies really go overboard when it comes to our use of conditioner. So I'm definitely cutting back on conditioners. I could never really co-wash, although it was something that I tried doing a lot, especially in the beginning. And it just kind of, it would work like once in a while, and then if I did it twice in a row, it was like a really gross disaster. So she's like, she would rather have like a clarifier than like a conditioner kind of thing. So just like the quality of your shampoo is more important than, you know, conditioning every single day or every single time that you're in the shower. I was gonna say the dishwasher. She also breaks rules. She uses a brush sometimes. So she will often like use a boar bristle brush to get that volume around the root on like second or third day hair. And I love that because it's just like, it's just using tools that are normal to us that we've used all of our lives in a different way with like a slightly different mentality, a different approach. You know, it's not to like smooth out all your hair. It's just to like build up some volume or to like, look at my scratch. It's a raspberry bush that did that to me on Mother's Day. Whew. Yeah, and it's just, you know, using the tools that you already have and are familiar with in a way that like that just like maintains your waves, or maybe you want to smooth out your waves, you know. And it's just it was just nice just hearing about like the flexibility and that there is really no like one ideal curl pattern. And as a wavy, it's like, yeah, sometimes you can get some like really great ringlets and great clumps and that great definition. You feel like a real curly, and then the next day it's not that. But who's to say that like brushing it out and having like, you know, big soft waves isn't beautiful too. So it was a lot about just like embracing all of like the spectrum of curls that can be achieved. And she's like, you know, generally speaking, it's like you want to like go for curl retention on your first day and then just kind of do whatever looks good after that until you want to wash your hair again. And they were saying how like, you know what, some people wash their hair every day and that's fine. Some people wash their hair once every 10 days. If that works for you, then that's fine. So I really loved the laid back approach. They also don't necessarily only use curly girl friendly products. I think the idea behind that is like, if the integrity and structure of your hair itself is healthy, then a little bit of alcohol is not going to ruin your hair, especially if it's not something you're piling on like twice a day. Like don't hairspray your hair twice a day, but don't dismiss hairspray. So I'm like experimenting with hairspray again. Just one by Aussie Naturals and one by AG Naturals, not Aussie Naturals, but like Aussie. And then one by AG Naturals. I like the Aussie one because it's apparently a solar protection. Like it's like a UV spray, and the Naturals one is, the AG Naturals is obviously nice because it's natural. So it does contain alcohol as well though, because that's hairspray. It's basically alcohol. They play with salt sprays. They, so this, when I say they, I'm talking about like the 3 hairstylists that were on the panel. So it was Toya, Justin something or other from the Paul Mitchell school that Allison, so like Real Life and Curly Girl attends, and Jessica, oh, this is bad. I will leave like their contacts somewhere else, but Jessica, she's from Forager Salon? No, not Forager. Oh, I don't remember anymore. Anyways, and they all use like hairspray. They, you know, they're like, go easy on the deep conditioners. You know, they cut hair wet sometimes dry. It was just like, the information was in some ways kind of like all over the map, but it was such a relief because it was just like, you can just really do whatever you want. And we don't need permission, but sometimes it's like with the curly girl thing, you feel like you do. It's like there's so many like do's and don'ts, and I think really it just comes down to the one do is embrace your natural texture. That is it. And try to keep your hair healthy, right? So yes, I am talking about hairspray, and I am talking about like not conditioning your hair as much, but if you're not bleaching your hair, if you're protecting it from the sun, if you're not in a swimming pool or the ocean like every single day, and you do take the time to decondition when you need it, to clarify your hair when you need it, you know, to try to look at what, like doing protein treatments and these things once in a while without getting too stressed about it, chances are you're gonna have some pretty healthy hair, especially if you know, keep it maintained. Obviously the longer your hair is, the harder it is to keep healthy, but if you've done a big chop, if you keep your hair about like this length, your hair's gonna be like pretty healthy, like pretty quickly. So don't buy into this idea that like your hair is like beyond repair, that it's super damaged, and continue to have fun. So I'm gonna scrunch out my hair. Today I washed my hair actually with a really neat Shea Moisture product. It's like from their like clarifying line, and it's got charcoal in it, and it's like a charcoal sugar scrub, which I really enjoy using. My skin and my scalp seem to like glycolic acid, which is from sugar, so it just feels really nice and nice and light, and I find it's quite conditioning. I just used, I didn't use any conditioner after that. I then used a leave-in conditioner, just my Giovanni direct leave-in, which I haven't used in a while actually. And then I used AG Recoil as like my curl enhancer, which I don't always use, but I love it. And it's also very conditioning feeling. So I feel like if I'm using a little bit of leave-in, I used a small amount of leave-in and only about like this part. And then AG Recoil all over my hair. Like there's a lot of conditioning agents in most styling products. So I feel like if you think your hair is getting over conditioned, like if it's getting that kind of like gummy, like elasticy feel, like it could be that, you know, you just, and it doesn't, you haven't ruined your hair, and you don't have to like go on this whole like protein kick, like the way when you hear people talking about like moisture versus protein. Just cut down on the conditioner. Just like keep your life simple, really. And then what else did I use? AG, and then I used Diva Curl Archangel. And then I diffused for like maybe 3 minutes, and then I just gave my hair, especially right back here where my hair always goes super flat, a little kick of hairspray while my hair was still damp. And this was a weird thing that I discovered, is that you can use hairspray on damp hair. So if you have trouble getting that like crunchy, like really crispy cast that's like really good to scrunch out, try hairspray, and you don't have to get the most expensive. If you layer good quality products under a hairspray is just like a little like rain jacket on top. Like don't stress about it. Seriously, don't stress about it. And it's hair, it's just a fabric. It's not really alive. Just treat your scalp well. Oh, it's still a little bit dry, but I still want to scrunch it out. A little bit dry, a little bit damp. So today I'm hardly wearing any makeup. I'm just doing the bright lipstick thing because, I don't know, for summer, it's not that it's so summery out, but I just haven't felt like wearing any eye makeup lately. So let's see. You can see I've got some nice definition. I got a nice, usually I get good ringlets under here. They're not too defined today. Maybe a little bit. What else? What else have we got? So the curly girl method, the curly girl rules that I've broken today is I've used hairspray. I diffused my hair with heat. Love me some heat. And oh, you know what, everyone, like they're also like, take a curling iron and curl the pieces that won't curl. It's not cheating. Who cares? Just do it if you want to do it. Like a heat styling tool, like it's not flat ironing all of your hair. It's like taking a little bit and curling it. Like maybe not every day. You've got a meeting, or you got a date, you just want like your hair to look, you know, as best it can, whatever. Then just do it. Just do it. What other rules did I break today? I washed my hair without conditioning it. And I only washed my hair 2 days ago and I decided I wanted to wash my hair again, even though I could have just done a refresh. Oh, also many of the stylists were like, refreshes are a myth. Many of them too are just like, they're like, wash your hair every day if you want to. Like, just, you know, like if you wake up and your hair is crazy and like, you know, sleeping on a silk pillowcase doesn't do anything for you, or like, it does for me. You cannot take my silk pillowcase away from me. Or if, you know, you can't get your hair in a pineapple or whatever, like just wash your hair in the morning with your shower. Because really the routine is super quick when you don't follow all of the YouTube tutorials. Like if you just wash and condition your hair, more or less like a regular person, squish it in, that's it. You need to squish water into your hair and then squish some product into your hair and then either let it air dry or quickly diffuse it. And then once your hair is kind of like crunchy, you just kind of shake it out a bit. That's it. That's curly girl method. That's 100% what I did today. And yeah, so take it from the pros. We can break rules. Keep your hair healthy, enjoy your texture, break whatever rule you want that makes you happy, and live your life. Bye!